Hello, world. Hello, it's Friday, the 23rd of August, 2024, and the present time, according to my phone, now 2:08 p.m., which means that we're off to a pretty late start here, but since I last appeared before you, I played Call of Duty Mobile a little bit with my brother. We leveled him up a little bit. Still not quite at the point. It was his first time actually playing the game. He's not quite at the point where we can run zombies, but we're close. I think 2, maybe 3 sessions, you get there. And we're not talking like monster sessions, but just, sessions. So trying to hit up some zombies in Call of Duty Mobile again. After that, I watched Beverly Hills Cop, the very first one. I talked on the phone a little bit with this woman that I matched with on a dating app. And then I started Beverly Hills Cop 2. I don't think I finished it yet, so it'd be nice to finish that movie. Anyway, I'm feeling kind of peckish, given it's 2:08. Beyond all that, I went to sleep. I woke up this morning not long after my alarm went off. Took Paul out for a walk. Did some yard work, mostly edging. All edging. Haven't finished the edging, but it went pretty well. Chatted with my mother and father a bit when they visited. They came, picked some vegetables. I showed my mother this pen, which I would like to take some photos of today. Just because. I mean, it's not like it's the only copy of this pen in the world, right? It's not like a one out of one type of thing, but I still, I like to take some photos of it. The photos I have seen, I think I can do better. So talked with my mother and father a bit. Drank not 1, not 2, but 3 beers. Took a shower. And now I'm here. Just nothing. Welcome back. You know what? Shit. I think that I need more RAM on this computer. Lucky, welcome back. How very strange. Yeah, I know, right? Like, I think I may have run out of RAM. Let me take a look. Holy shit. Yeah, I could use some more RAM on this machine. This machine only has 4 gigs of physical RAM, which sucks. And the disk, for whatever reason, is getting hammered right now. Why? It's probably got an update coming through down the pipeline for this thing. Okay, the disk is getting hammered. The RAM is tapped out. That's not good. We should order more RAM for this machine. Let's figure out what type of computer this is, or what type of RAM it uses. Weird. I have very little information on this machine. Doing some fact finding today. But yeah, that's not cool. Running out of RAM, like, if you run out of physical RAM, as long as you have a fast disk, it's not the end of the world. But RAM is a lot faster than regular SSD, or in this case, is it regular SSD? I think it's regular SSD. It's a SATA SSD. It's a SATA 3 SSD. It's not a NVMe SSD, so it's that much weaker than the NVMe SSD would be. Sad face. I know, right? So let me figure out what sort of RAM this thing uses. Is the disk finished? No, disk is still getting hammered. Something is going on disk. Disk utilization is at 100% right now. RAM is some DDR, probably DDR4 2133. Do I have CPU Z on this? CPU-Z? No, I don't think I have a copy of it. Fuck. Pardon my French. Yeah, I don't even have this thing pulled down. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and download a copy of CPU-Z. The lazy man's approach to figuring out his computers. Since apparently I didn't take very good notes. Okay. Just gonna pull down the zip version. instead of a. What's the alternative? Setup? Yeah, I don't want the setup. Don't feel like it. I don't have any more hot sauce, but that's okay. That sucks. It's alright. I am strong. I have strong fingernails. They're healthy. There we go. Somehow I managed to destroy the tab. Okay, so this is 6500T. The memory on this is DDR4. Mobile. Let me close that out. Maybe I can find some note somewhere. I could have sworn I would have taken a note on the type of RAM this thing uses, but it's possible I never purchased new RAM for this thing. Apparently M.2s can work in it. NVMe can work in it. I'm not 100% sure. Okay, so DDR DRAM frequency 2133, uncore frequency. What does that mean? DDR RAM uncore frequency. Should we have not strictly tied to memory clock? Maybe I shouldn't worry about that too much. So Intel Core i5-6500T. This processor has reached the end of servicing lifetime. It's good to know. The computer I'm interacting with is pretty old, right? So that means I should take this to mean that my 6th gen Core Intel Core processors are at the end of lifetime. They've already passed it by a while, 2022. I guess since the release of Windows 10. None of my machines, by the way, I mean, not Windows 10, Windows 11. None of my machines, by the way, are running Windows 11. I'm still on Windows 10, so hack me, I guess. I don't know. You'd figure that out if you were in my network. I have used Windows 11 a little bit, only. I guess it's okay. Okay, DDR2133, DDR4 2133. Let me see if I can find the specific model. Small form factor PC. Not worth very much anymore. It was pretty cheap when I bought it. DDR4-2133. I could just upgrade by getting another single module, single piece of 2133 4GB to bring it up to 8. It will take an NVMe. It's got the slot for M.2. Yeah, M.2 2280. Did I say DDR4 2133? I don't know if this is still, yeah, I think this stuff is too, it's no longer hot. So let's just try doing a routine search for it. DDR4 2133. I'm not even going to specify a size. Memory. Filters. DDR4. How many pins? That specified here, right? It's got to be. So dim. So dim. 260 pin. I wouldn't have known unless I actually consulted this thing. Okay, so DDR4 sort by price per gigabyte, ascending. Yep, there we go. I can move over to, apparently I can move over for $52, price per gig ascending versus price lowest highest. I can just get a single module for $9, and I think I might do that. I might just go with the cheapest possible upgrade. Lowest dollar cost. Don't worry about optimizing for dollar per gigabyte. That is some shitty RAM. The module that's presently slotted in is a Micron part number. This is the beauty of using software, that I don't need to go and open up the machine to see what's inside of it. Anyway, a Micron module that's rated for cast latency of 18 at DDR 2400. Oh. Smiley face. Take a screenshot. It's Tempest Fugget, huh? All right, I think I found a suitable module. free delivery. I can get a used one for even less. I think this one will work. But I can get a used one for $7 whole. And that should do the trick, because this has that should do the trick. I want to be doubly sure. Part number 4ATF5126 4HZ-2G3B1. Yeah, that's the Micron SODIMM part detail. No results found. Wonderful. I mean, the absolute safest thing is to acquire another module identical to the existing one. So I could try doing that. And I can look at the used market for this, because this is a really old machine. The module I'm looking at was manufactured a little over halfway through 2016. So I mean, this stuff is ancient. In computing terms, it's ancient. Intel already end-of-lifed this processor, right? So I think we're on DDR5 now. We've been on GDDR5 for a long time, for a minute, for years. And yeah, we've been on DDR5, right? I don't own any DDR5. I only have GDDR5. We don't have we don't have DDR5 at home. We only have DDR4. The closest thing to DDR5 that we have at home is GDDR5. Ooh. Okay, so these will end up running more. Best match, lowest price first. For $7.45, I can get an identical module to the one that's already in that machine. Right? No, the part number is not the same. What is this? 2 gig? Why is this a 2 gig? Well, why? What? It says 2. 1 rank by 16, 2 gigabyte. There's no way, this can't be right. SKU L-260, no, that can't be right. They show a picture of a 2 gigabyte SK Hynix unit. That's not right. I don't trust that one. Look at the next one. Now that is identical to what I've got. It's a little newer for $8 whole. Versus I can take a gamble that feel like gambling? Am I feeling lucky? RAM is one of these tricky things in my book. But I think as long as whatever you have, okay, if you have one module that you know will post, I've experienced this. Okay? Where I bought not even two modules. I just had a single module for whatever reason. I think I had a single module. And for whatever reason, the board would not post with that one module. And I was scratching my head over this. I went back to the manual. I looked at the QVUL for RAM. It's like, oh darn, I'm off by a single letter on the part number. So I go and acquire this other module. It posts, and then with the 2 slotted in, it's still posted. So I mean, I think I'm all right to take this gamble. But is it worth taking? What did we say? CAS 18. First word latency. I don't think it's worth a gamble. I think I'm gonna drop the $7.99. Actually, wow, they're slightly cheaper for the same module. HZ versus AZ. Let me double check. Like at this point, I want to look at the QVUL for this board, but I don't even know that exists, if that's been published. Right here, all it says is like, oh, there are these configurations. The memory module support data transfer rates up to 2,133 mega MTs per second. Mega transfers per second, mega somethings. It would probably be beneficial to upgrade the disk to NVMe, but at the same time, with more RAM in the system, probably unnecessary, because the stuff I do with this is not really I/O heavy on the disk side. So with more RAM, I should be good. Mm-mm. Holy crapola. It's almost 3 o'clock already. Where has this day gone? Alright, let's work on this one. You saw nothing? Yeah, see, processor supported packaging, Intel Optane memory supported, no. An iGPU 2133 Max 64. I wonder how you get to the so the processor has a maximum memory bandwidth. It's got this like I'm just curious if you were trying to optimize. I've never really considered this. But there's this maximum bandwidth. Like now I've spent more time looking at data rates. You've got this frequency that it runs at, right? You've got memory. It's running at a frequency, the dual data rate frequency of, say, 2,133 megahertz. How do you go from the frequency over to bandwidth? Like, with the frequency, you're polling what, like individual, I don't know enough about computers here. So like you're polling individual memory addresses and there's a rate at which you can poll them. Like how do you go from there? Like I don't know. Maximum memory bandwidth in its relation to frequency, its relation to module size. I don't know. I'm a little lost. Max memory bandwidth. How do they arrive at this specification? Okay, so you have a data rate, which you have because DDR, it's a double data rate. Then you multiply this by the number of bytes of width. And then the number of channels supported by the processor. That's what it says. And in this board, there are only 2 slots, so you can only get 2 channels. If I'm not mistaken. This is low-level stuff. I don't get it. And then bytes of width, I don't know. Is that's an architecture problem, I imagine. Right. Bytes of width. Memory bytes of width. Memory bandwidth. Memory widths. Okay. So here, if we say it's a 32-bit OS, then it's, I mean, a 64-bit OS. Then divided by 8, you get to 8 bytes of width, right? Is that how it goes? Let me try running these numbers real quick. So this is 2133 divided by 2 times 8 times 2. That arrives, you only get 17,064. And meanwhile, this says the maximum memory bandwidth is 34.1. So I'm half. But that's across 2 channels? It says max number of memory channels is 2. So, oh, okay, it's a DDR. You do take the total. Okay. All right. I know how they come up with that number now. Cool. 64-bit indicates memory width is 64-bit. Otherwise, 8-byte. I think I'm just gonna get another module of the same exact part number, just to be safe. It's $8, $7.99, and it can get here in a week. I'm just gonna hold that in cart for now, and hopefully that will do the trick. Like right now, how's memory pressure looking on this machine? Still at 90%. Disk utilization is way down though. So whatever was occupying disk, that's no longer going on. Nominally, disk is at 3% utilization, so there's really no need to upgrade it. But memory pressure is really high. 92%. CPU sometimes getting capped out. Why is disk taking up so much? It's weird. All right, cool. I think we're good then. Well, I could have taken more notes. One X 4 gigabyte DDR 4 2133 SODIMM. CPU, excuse me, CPU Z, excuse me, open that directory again. Let me actually note down just for grins, keep this in my notes, just for reference. All right, it's a pretty cheap upgrade for this machine. throw $8 at a machine, extend its runway a little bit. The primary machine that my broadcast goes through has 16 gigs of RAM, so not a lot. It's running a 7th gen Intel Core i7. i7-7700 Kilo. So I can close out of all of these tabs, I think. Yeah, I can. Intel i7-7700 Kilo. Looking at Intel's Arc. This one also has reached end of servicing updates. So at this point, do I have any Intel i8, whatever, what's my last one? Computing inventory. I'm not sure that I have any Intel processors that are let's see. Still within the servicing update window. Here are all this blah blah blah, but maybe I have one. The 8th gen is still within this window, but everything else I think that I possess is outside of it. It'd be nice to upgrade my machines a bit. Still struggling with computer? No, no longer struggling with it. I think I found the facts that I needed. I think I'm at a good place with it. No more struggle. Struggle is over. Just kind of doing some fact finding. Just trying to get my bearings about where I am, the state of my computing inventory. The bulk of my machines are so old now that Intel no longer supports the processors. You have returned. I'm gonna time you out for a couple minutes. You last asked me if I grow rice, if I have some rice paddy, and I told you I don't. So don't talk about rice with me. Specifically, don't talk about growing rice with me, as if I grow rice, because I told you I don't grow rice. I wouldn't mind if I actually had like a rice paddy. That'd be cool. Good cash crop, I imagine, but I don't. So kindly never refer to me again as a rice grower until I become a rice grower, if that day ever comes. Thank you. And if you ignore me, if you again refer to me as a rice grower while I do not actually grow rice, I will have no choice but to ban you, because I've timed you out once. At that point, I'll have no choice but to ban you. The recourse for that, you can... we'll cross that bridge when you get there, if you get there. I hope you don't go there. I'd rather we not go there. I'd rather just be a friendly guy. You know, yeah, it's definitely what I would consider race baiting. You know, a comment based entirely off of what I look like. I suppose I could be like Michael Jackson, you know, go become fabulously wealthy and then try to make myself into a white woman. But in this lifetime, even if I had the money, becoming a white woman would not be a priority for me. Now, Michael Jackson chose to do what he chose to do for his own reasons. Rest in peace. We will never know unless he talked about his motivation at some point. I don't know if he did. Who cares about Michael Jackson? How could you not care about Michael Jackson? This guy was a great. Songs like Beat It. Well, my Polish friend, That's too bad. You respect Tupac. There are some people who say that Tupac was just kind of an actor. But I don't mind Tupac. Or Pac. However, globally, I don't think Tupac's music was quite as influential as Michael Jackson's, or as well known. You're right in that this is the first solid food that I've eaten all day, but I've also drank alcohol today. I drank my limit for today, for now. I had 3 of the same strong beers that I had yesterday. That's enough. Like, I did some work, but I didn't do that much work. So now we soak it up with a little bit of food. That's right, I would like to take some photos today. Daily, I don't know. But I like alcohol. I like to drink. I try not to overdo it. Too much will kill you, they say. Salt and pepper. Blue thing. Oh no. That's a Maglite. It's a flashlight. Like this style of flashlight used to be very popular. Right, you mentioned that yesterday before you bailed. What do you want help with? I admire your self-determination, but what is it that you're trying to get help with through the system? Mm. Hmm. Treatment biologique. For which the objective is I just realized something. Oh, no, it's fine. Actually, what the heck? What's the heck? What's the heck? Was the hell? Heck. Heck. Okay, cool. Whoa. Heck. Wait, heck. Fuck. Time is ticking. Where do I want to shoot this? Tell you something. You want me to tell you something? Define large. Define large. Large relative to what? Because large is always relative to something. There is no big without small. I'm gonna look up an article right now. Here, I'm gonna link you to this article that I pulled up. It's not an article. It's a Wikipedia entry. So that might be interesting for you if you're curious about ethnically Chinese people around the world. You might find that interesting, informative. I might find it interesting too, albeit probably for vastly different reasons than you might find it interesting. You know, given I am a member of this group. And you might be too. I don't actually know anything about you outside of what you've shared, and what you've shared may or may not be truthful either. Right? There's always that. You remember this pen? That Wikipedia entry, yeah, that's pretty eye-opening stuff, huh? Do I have a gun? Yeah. I don't know that you can actually check out the highlights on my Twitch channel, but yeah. I've shot guns on stream before. I've gone to some shooting ranges to go shoot some guns. Show you? I can't right now. If you pay me, I can show you. But otherwise, I'm not going to show you right now. I'm trying to take some photos of this pen. This beautiful writing instrument. But you can say, if you look at my Instagram account, you'll see I have some photos of guns. Since pretty early on. I think there's a video of me shooting a suppressed Glock. That's not my gun, but a gun owned by somebody that I met. Let me put some rounds through it. Do I want to see yours? I suppose if you really want to share, you're welcome to share. But it's kind of like, it goes kind of like this, right? Well, no, you're welcome to share. I like guns. Why would it send me upstairs? Why would your toys do anything to me? .44 cal, cool. I don't think I own anything with such a large caliber. But if it's a .44 cal, talking like Dirty Harry. We'll have a duel. I don't know if we need a duel. Myself, I would not mind visiting Poland. I'd love to get around more. I don't want to be in Houston all the time. I was chatting with this woman that I met through a dating app. I haven't met her in person yet, but she tells me that next weekend she's got off. She doesn't have anything going on. She was like, "Hey, maybe you can come visit with me." But she lives kind of far. It's a little bit more than just a half-hour drive. So curious as I am, I mean, when you have to commit to like, let's say I'm gonna do this. I decide, okay, I want to go see what she's about. If it takes 3 hours to drive there, non-stop, highway speeds, 3 hours. And what happens? You go to a place, you meet somebody, and it's like, nah, I don't know. Turn around, you take another 3 hours to get back home. That kind of sucks. That would suck. Hi, dude. I don't know that we really do that anymore. You're thinking of like cowboys. Do I look like a cowboy to you? Do I talk like a cowboy to you? Although, generally, this idea of duels, I'm not opposed to it. Which is not to say I want to duel people. It's just that whole culture around it. I'm not opposed to it. In Poland, what would I want to do? I don't know yet. I think I'd like to go. I've never been. No, not me. I've never have I ever been somebody that's worked on the railroad. I can sing you a railroading song though. Krakow. Cool. Yeah, I've never been. Never have I ever been to Poland. But I would like to someday visit Polski, the land of the Polskis. Whoa. Prague. Yeah, I'd like to go there too. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, I'd love to visit Poland. That'd be great. Polska. Really? That sounds awesome. Man, I want to make more friends around the world that I can go visit that would do something like that for me. That'd be so cool. I tell you, earlier this year when I went around the world, I didn't visit with any friends. I only visited with family. Wait, I take that back. I visited with one friend. This friend was in Korea. All right. The West Pomeranian Voivodeship. Is the dog from Poland? Like between Poland and Germany? The Pomeranian dog? Wow, yeah, it's also from that region. How cool. Wow, the more you know. I know the dog, I just didn't. The dog! Pommy. Pom. This dog. Hund. Germans say Hund. Paisano Deutsche says Hund. I don't know how Germans would feel about being called Paisano. Paisano Deutsche. They might not like that. You never heard about this type of dog, the Pomeranian? But you're from the part of the world that the dog is from. That's crazy. It's crazy to me that you wouldn't know about this dog. That blows my mind. You have a spaniel, okay. Those are pretty cool. They're cute. And I have a Yorkie. I think you met him, right? He went off to bed. So he's not available right now. Yours is an old man now, mine too. My Yorkie's also an old man. My little old man. Really? Mine last year. Hey, shit. This autofocus button actually works while it's on manual mode. That's kind of neat, the more you know. Why does it act like it's focusing? It's pulling focus. What drive mode are we on? Okay. That's so weird that's making these sounds. How old is he now? Whoa. Pa 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 pa. You heard that? Wow, 16? Yeah, that is very old for any dog. That is a very ripe age for a dog. My little guy was born in 2011. So you've got Paul, your guy's got Paul beat by just a little bit. That's so weird that it does that. Visit family in China. This year for Chinese New Year. First time in 12 years going to China. I'll write it. It's an island. Landed in Shanghai, which you may know as Shanghai. Much of the world knows as Shanghai. "2019 is when COVID hit." Why did he say that it was like jail? Has he been to jail? I have an idea. instead of trying to manipulate this here, like this, one, I don't want to. Cameras everywhere. Yes, this is true. Police everywhere. Yes. Yeah, but you know what happens? You know what happens when you have cameras everywhere and the police are everywhere? A funny thing happens. You end up with very little crime. And so for the average person, if you're not a criminal, to have police everywhere, it ends up becoming like, okay, so what? They usually don't come and bother you. You did the whole trip on YouTube? Cool. And so, for the average person, if you have police everywhere, so what? You could say, hey, there's my tax dollars. I can see what it's doing. And here, I mean, just let's pretend I'm playing devil's advocate. Because the truth is, myself, I don't necessarily want to see police everywhere. But at the same time, when I see police, myself, I usually just wave at them. You know, or if I see an officer, if I'm on foot and I see an officer on foot and we cross paths, usually I'll say hello. Wish them to be safe, that type of thing, you know? Controlled all the time. No, I think that the control that happens there, it's more subtle. It's more subtle. The presence of police itself, that's like, it's kind of, again, it's so what? If you're not breaking the law, it becomes a big deal. Big whoop. Like I was saying, it's your tax dollars at work. Right? If you're a criminal, it's a different story. Then you become much more concerned. Like, wow, I can't really operate safely here because there are police all over the place. People are watching all the time. Where you live, you guys have, surely you have some police. It's your city is the capital and largest city of the West Pomeranian Voivodeship in northwestern Poland. A population of what? In the metro area, almost 250,000 people. This is, you live in the suburbs? Yeah, but still, there's still some density there. Like occasionally you'll see police. You know, it's probably more like over here. Sometimes I see a police officer and just hello. You know, you're doing your job. You're trying to make it through your day. I'm trying to make it through my day. Cool. Let's not try. We'll try not to get in each other's way. My camera is pretty low on the battery. I've got all this crap in the background, but it's okay. But generally, the idea, like, okay, because there are police everywhere, when you have really, really large populated areas, like massive cities, the cities in China are a scale that make our cities in the Western world look like nothing. And it's not just China. But China's it's a pretty big example of such a place where you have massive population density. You get a bunch of cops everywhere, big whoop. It's been a while since I've done stupid shit like this. Can you send links? I think so. You can try. I think it'll be okay. If something happens, I'll fix it. Should be okay. Okay, sorry, I will take a look shortly. I'm trying to set up a shot. Turning off my camera. Yeah. Google.pl. Okay. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. Yeah. Decent. You have a sidewalk on one side. And here, at least this address you sent me, this one side, it looks like people park their cars there. Cobblestone sidewalk. Looks nice. Quiet. It looks quiet. Whoops, let me go back and take a look at the map. Whoops. Let me stop teleporting around the map. You have a drugstore, 24-hour drugstore nearby, where you showed me. Delicatesse, deli, pizza place. Let's see now. Shootout. Because they're, what, you got gangs? Because there's a black market, criminal activity no matter where you go. It's part of life, right? I accept that. There's no place that's totally free from crime. Actually rare. Well, that's good. It's good that it's rare. But still, you said it happened. It's close to home. Happened. Yeah, I remember when I was living in Malaysia, I remember reading a story about a homicide. I think it was like a model. She was killed. And then some explosives were used to try to destroy the evidence. And this was in Malaysia. Like a very strange place for something like this to happen. Talking about a place where the people don't own guns. 2021. July 2nd, 2021. Gdansk. Sorry. Trying to take a photo. Then I will. Another one. One moment. Oh, come on. This is crazy. This guy has nothing. What's he carrying? He's got fucking nothing. He throws the thing at the police. They start shooting. Shit. Oh, that's done. You shouldn't have thrown that thing. What the fuck was this guy doing? Hey, bud. Play some music. When I'm by myself and this is not going, I usually just listen to the radio. Or usually, sometimes I listen to the radio. Because this is going, I'm very mindful I don't put on things where I could get in trouble for copyright. Instead, I just kind of quietly mind my business. But I'll play some music. Alright, that's all I can do. Kind of rusty. Hello? First time here and new friend. Welcome. How did you find your way over here? First time here. How did you find your way over here? How rare. What a treat. What a treat. How did you find your way into this space of all spaces in all the world? Just popping on the YouTube. What you got? You tell me what. I'm all ears, so to speak. Looking for it. Just pop on YouTube. And then what? So you popped onto YouTube, and then it was like, hey, this guy's live. You should look at this channel right now. Surely there's more. Surely there's more to the story than that. What nationality am I? American? Anyway, surely there's more to it than you just popped onto YouTube and it was like, hey, here's this channel. Yeti Eater. Right? Yeah, I mean, you asked, are you an Asian? If you don't mind. Yes, I'm Asian. But you asked what my nationality is. American. Only because you used the word nationality. Shit. Yeah. Yeah. Probably not African. Right? Or Jackie Chan. I mean, I got that too. Visiting the pyramids. Got a lot of Jackie Chan. And it's like, yeah, it's okay, I get it. Whatever. What car do I drive? E46. My first car. E46. Do you know E46? Maybe you know, if you like cars. Yeah, da. Yeah. Da, yeah. You have a Chevy, no shit. What sort of Chevy are you pushing? I've only ever owned 2 cars. It used to be just 1. Now it's 2. Moving over to a Peugeot. Peugeot SUV. Cool. What sort of Chevy? E46 is pretty descriptive. If you know the mark. And even if you don't, if you just Google E46, like, it's pretty descriptive. The Peugeot you're looking for. What is this? Let's just say 2008. Oh, it's a model number? Huh. That's very interesting that it's a model number called 2008. How confusing. It's very lightweight. Chevy Spark, gotcha. It's also a subcompact, right? Small car. Yeah, very small car. My E46 is the one with the 3-liter motor. I see. And then after the E46, I bought another one. Recently, I purchased another car, but it needs work. I'm not driving it right now. When the weather gets a little nicer, I'll go spend some time in the garage again. But, you know, right now I'm just doing simple things like taking pictures of pens. Trying to stay cool. There should have been a like a registration card that came with this. USA, everybody have Tesla now? No. Some people drive Teslas. Not everybody. Definitely not everybody. In the USA, you have a lot of people who are very, very loud and anti-EV. I'm not anti-EV. I don't think I'm very loud either. You have some people, a lot of people, a good number of people who are loud enough anyway, that are very anti-EV. It's one of the things I was very impressed by in China, maybe because I have a lot of classmates that studied, I studied petroleum engineering. So a lot of my classmates also studied petroleum engineering. And of those classmates, the American ones, some are very, very loud about, electric cars suck, blah, blah, blah. So one thing I was very impressed by when I went to China was to see that many of the Ubers, the ride-sharing cars, were EVs. I saw that and I thought, well, if these drivers can drive EVs, then really, for most people, an EV just getting around is more than enough. It's fine. Yeah. I think for a town car, EV is a good thing to have, especially if you have solar panels. If you're producing energy, then why not? It's very cheap then to charge it up. Yeah, in Hong Kong, yeah. Again, I don't know when you were in Hong Kong, but I remember that too. Toyota Crown. Oh. $2014. Gotcha. Well, I think if you went today, maybe it would look different. It's possible. Yeah, if you went today, it might look really different. Yeah, 2014. Was a different year. The food was terrible. I'm sorry to learn that. Did you go with a guide, or did you Oh, I'm kind of surprised. It's disappointing. The food was terrible in Hong Kong. Really? I wonder if it's just that you ate bad food. Because Hong Kong has some good food. You know, instead of potato, maybe you eat noodles. The meat is still meat. Oh, yeah. Because the Chinese food sold for Westerners it's not the same. The Thai apparently did a really good job with all of that. Thai restaurants. like a government training type of thing, and maybe even some government funding sponsorship to promote tourism to Thailand. So pretty standardized. Yeah, I don't. Yeah. No. Hong Kong, one thing you want is dim sum. Chinese food in China is weird. I would counter it's more diverse. It's exceedingly diverse. I can listen to it later, but I'm not going to play it loud. Again, copyright. I don't want any issues. So while I'm sure you have fine musical taste, I gotta look out for my channel. Even if it means that it might put you to sleep. That's okay. For me, that's okay. I took some pictures, I'm pleased. Where the flip did I put that tool though? Shoot. Where is it? Us. Huh. What the fuck? Don't mind me. Actually, yeah, I'm not gonna do that right now. say. So far, I regret nothing. I regret nothing. I stand by what I said. BioBreak. I feel like laying down. I think I'm gonna do that. Let me. I'm not really sure what I just feel like laying down. I woke early. I've earlier than I would have liked. Worked up a sweat, and I've been awake all day. Laying down sounds nice. Oh yeah, all showered and everything.
Mm-mm.
Check, check, check. Okay. Hey, world. It's I laid down for a bit and I'm gonna pull the plug here. But as always, it's been a pleasure. He gets it right away. I don't know that you can actually see much of anything, but it's been a pleasure. Till next time, be good out there. Take care of yourself, and if you can, someone else. Bye for now.